Hi, it is Thermal Imploder, and today, guys, well, patch notes have released for Season 2 of Star Wars Battlefront 2, the Han Solo season. There is a lot of notes. I just am warning you. This is going to be a long video, so, sit back, relax, and, yeah, let's get started. Hi everyone, welcome to the start of the Han Solo season. To start things off, we're focusing on the closest to Han, both friend and foe. In this update, we revisit the iconic location of Jabba's palace. Inside Jabba's palace were some of Han's friends and some of the most unique appearances in Star Wars universe. Specifically, Lando Calrissian in his stiff guard appearance, and as our first legendary appearance, Leia Organa, disguised as the bounty hunter Bausch. Complete with the scrambled voice. We're also introducing a new permanent game mode, where players will play as two heroes against two villains. Where the winning team needs to change up their strategy to continue winning, we call it Hero Showdown. On top of a new multiplayer mode, we have something for arcade fans and fans of Starfighter combat in general. Custom Arcade now has a mode for starfighters. This provides the chance to try out the various starfighters whenever you want. Lastly, we've introduced a few other improvements that we hope you enjoy, including the ability to upgrade and unlock star cards in the pre-round phase of a match, in the addition of core text to all of the appearances. As always, we've squashed some bugs and continued balancing the game. Read on to see what else we've tweaked and let us know your thoughts. The Star Wars Battlefront 2 team. And then, so that's just the notes from the developers, and now we have the official patch notes. Heroes and villains. Captain Phasma. Captain Phasma's staff strikes should be easier to hit and chain to an enemy since it's easier to connect now. We needed to remove some advantages on the two first strikes. We will still be keeping the incentive to land all three strikes, as each strike is more powerful than the previous run. We'll monitor if it feels strong enough, but Captain Phasma should be much more enjoyable to play. Added the closing functionality to all of Phasma's strikes, reduced the damage of first strike from 150 to 120, removing the push effect on the two first attacks. Captain Phasma's First Order Sentry Torch now progresses self-repairs after 6 seconds of not taking damage, instead of instantly repairing. Luke Skywalker. Luke did not feel as in control of his lightsaber as he should, since he has slightly slower swings than some other lightsaber users. We'll look at improving the damage if the current buff doesn't prove to be enough for him, but we'd like to see the results of these changes. Reduce the cost of melee for Luke, increasing his max amount of swings from full stamina from 8 to 10. Push. This is the first chance to add different damage values for heroes and other units. I felt like Luke was the perfect character to start with as both push and repulse. We're very weak against non-hero enemies. The base damage of both abilities still needed to be improved for combat against opposing heroes. Added non-hero specific damage to Luke's push at 150. Increased push damage to heroes from 65 to 90. Added non-hero specific damage to repulse at 130. Increased repulse damage to heroes from 50 to 75. Dash. Players can now move a few frames earlier after using the dash ability. Leia Organa. Defender Alt Fire. The Defender pistol Alt Fire was too damaging for the short charge-up time. Getting hit by it from afar was very frustrating. This is a fast pace on balancing. We'll see how it changes her efficiency, as we'd still like her to be a great ranged defensive character. Reduce the Defender Alt Fire damage from 175 to 145. Reduce Leia's Defender Alt Fire explosion radius from 2 to 1 meters. Reduce Leia's Defender Alt Fire targeting angle from 3.5 to 2 degrees. Correct text on Leia's Relentless Firing star card that referred to the bullets instead of blaster bolts. Leia now receives the proper amount of health from the Rebellion star card. Fixed an issue when the defender didn't play the fire ammunition as it fired. Emperor Palpatine. Health regeneration. Palpatine's sustainability was way too high with both his health regeneration and a lightning absorption star card. His health regeneration was higher than melee characters, and for a ranged character, even if closer than blaster users, that let him not care much about taking damage. Reduced health regeneration from 300 to 250. Lightning absorption star card. The health regeneration on the lightning absorption star card was too high, especially when hitting grouped up troopers. With this change, we want Emperor Palpatine players to care more about their positioning and rely less on easy regeneration. Reduced amount of health regeneration by the lightning absorption star card by 5 on all rarities. Dual hand lightning had the same angle as the single hand one, and it was way too easy to deal heavy damage on enemies without having to target them. Reduced the targeting angle from dual hand lightning from 14 to 10. Dual hand lightning had the same angle as the single hand one, and it was way too easy to deal heavy damage on enemies without having to target them. Reduced the targeting angle from dual hand lightning from 14 to 10. Lando Calrissian, X8 Night Sniper. Pulling the trigger on the X8 was quite high for a light pistol. We reduced it to give the weapon a lighter feel on consoles. Reduced weight to pull the trigger of the X8 Night Sniper from 70% to 50%. Han Solo. Han Solo can no longer throw multiple detonate charges while being hit by a lightsaber. Iron Versio. The shield sustain star card now activates for the proper amount of time. Sound properly plays when dodging again. Lightsaber heroes, lightsaber air attacks. Fixed an issue where lightsaber wielding heroes could damage a deflecting hero by attacking while airborne. Now lightsaber heroes get staggered when attacking a deflecting character while airborne. Lightsaber damage. With a short damage delay, lightsaber attacks felt better for the attacker, but not for the player receiving the damage. We've increased that delay slightly in an attempt to get the best result for both players. Increased lightsaber damage delay from 0.06 to 0.09 seconds. Classes, special units, and vehicles. Dodge. We're aware of the stuns locks from lightsabers, and we wanted to make the dodge stronger without making it as strong as it was before. With this change, we are first unifying the dodges. Some characters, like Yoda, didn't have the same speed and distance for their dodge, and that put them at a high disadvantage. All of the dodges for Force users now are similar, and all dodges for blaster users are the same. The second part was to get away from stun locks. To that effect, you are now unstaggerable and immune to melee damage from the start of the dodge. It was a few frames in from before. This is a shorter time than it was on release. It was the whole animation back then, but still enough to feel that you can avoid being damaged. Please feedback on this change, as we are hoping it will improve the fighting experience while not lowering the lightsaber efficiency too much. Unified dodge lengths among Force using characters to 5.5 meters. Unified dodge lengths among blaster wielding characters, including troopers, to 4.75 meters. Dodge now makes characters unstaggerable from the first frame and for a longer time. Dodge now makes characters immune to lightsaber melee or Phasma's staff strikes, damage while unstaggerable first frames of the animation. Stagger. There was a few frames in the animation that felt static, where it felt like the character could start moving. As such, we've allowed movement and the dodge earlier in the stagger animation after hitting a blocked lightsaber. Flame Trooper. Fixed a visual issue with how the Flame Trooper's flame grenade was exploding. Using a fortify ability will no longer disable idle animations. ATST. Fixed an issue with the ATST having their lights on even when it was sunny. Game modes and locations Galactic Assault. Fixed an issue where the player was able to use the LUIV beyond Phase 1 on Starkiller Base. Fixed an issue where the ion grenade exploded in mid-air before reaching the AT-AT or MTT. Arcade removed a spawn location that was outside of the combat area on Yavin 4. Heroes villains. Fixed an issue where both factions spawn in the same spot on the Death Star. Fixed an issue where Rebel heroes spawn outside the combat area on the Death Star 2. Starfighter Assault. Defeated the and rank up text should no longer overlap in Starfighter Assault. Fixed an issue where the camera got stuck after the player respawns as a bomber. Ewok Hunt. Fixed an issue where the shuttle did not touch down on the ground. Fixed an issue with respawning if the player restarts while outside the combat area. Fixed an issue where players wouldn't respawn as an Ewok after being killed by a trap. Fixed an issue where incendiary grenades would sometimes not light up the surrounding area. Tweaked the flashlight to make it easier to see pickups. Fixed a visual artifact that occurred while using the flashlight. Fixed an issue where the Enforcer star cards would appear when spawning as an Ewok. Fixed an issue where the Ewok Hunt time challenges were not shown in the end of round screen. The audio for enemy down is now properly localized in Ewok Hunt. Locations. Fixed a lighting issue on Naboo. Improved collision on Bespin. Improved collision on Death Star 2. Improved collision handling on Kashyyyk. Fixed visual artifacts on Endor. Fixed a lighting issue on Crate. Improved some visual on Crate. Improved collision detection on Crate. Improved camera handling on Crate. Improved collision detection from AI on Yavin 4. General changes. Appearances. When Luke is wearing his Hoth appearance, the weapon icon will now showcase the proper lightsaber, polished, and the polished appearance. Polished Kylo Ren's scarred appearance. Animation. Polished Ewok animations. Polished Twi'lek animations. Polished Han Solo's animations. Polished Lando's animations. Polished Corrin's animations. In-game messaging. Tweaked in-game messaging for elimination and assist messages to make them more distinct. Milestones and challenges. Fixed an issue with trooper milestones stay true, not tracking properly with the usage of the hardened infiltration star card. Darth Vader's all too easy milestone should now progress. Properly fixed an issue where the arcade milestone, the Force is with you, remains stuck with a yellow check mark after completion. Fixed an issue with the progress bar for the Yahia Edizia milestone. Various challenge bug fixes. Crates. Fixed an issue where the game would freeze if you had too many unopened crates launching the game. Fixed an issue where the player could not see what was in the Trooper Victory crate. Fixed an issue with the Leia Organa's You Have Your Moments emote crate not being retroactively granted after the progression update. Miss fixes. Fixed an issue at the end of the round screen where the players is not informed that they have already reached the maximum class rank on the class that they played in the previous round. Tweak the AT-AT's orbital strike to make it easier to use. Fixed a bug where no audio would play for a few seconds after skipping the intro logos. Improvements to install integration. Fixed an issue with the milestone tile in home. Fixed an issue where the confirmation button would have no description where when highlighting the milestone tile. Fixed an issue in the end of round screen where it would appear you are rewarded with a skill point even if you had reached the max amount. Various crash fixes. Enabled Logitech LED extension. Known issues. Chewbacca's wounded appearance has incorrect lore text. Well, that was a long video, guys, but thanks for watching. If you're still watching the video, which I would assume a lot of you decided to leave because it is so long, I do not blame you. There is a lot of notes, but yeah, pretty much, well, we have a lot of fixes going on that are going to happen in Season 2, as you would expect. Now, there is a lot more videos and information that I'm trying to make videos of and stuff. Make videos of videos? No, information that I'm trying to make videos of. So I'm releasing this one today. I do have others, though, that will be coming out. If a video seems like it's not coming out on the right day, that is simply because this one needs to take place of some others and because I was not expecting the patch notes to come out today. They came out today, and they were expected to come out like season 1, Last Jedi season, on the day the season comes out, aka tomorrow. So yeah, that is that. So thanks for watching this video. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't. Comment down below what your favorite patches of these patches. Thanks for watching, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.